All right, Scotty, if you just want to start with an opening statement about the meet, and then we'll go from there.
You know what? I think our energy on vault was decent, but it wasn't great, and they had to kind of continue to build throughout the meet. But I was so proud of the girls, the way they just went out there and did it tonight. 24 for 24. You can't really ask for much more than that. And that's a great team. Boise State, they always have such a phenomenal team, and that puts a lot of pressure on you in front of our crowd and at home. But I'll tell you what, going into that last rotation, I know how good our floor team is, but I also knew how good Boise State's beam team normally is, and I knew it was just going to be a close match the whole time. The entire night, that was just neck and neck. It was fun.
Molly, it seemed like you guys are having a ton of fun on floor. You get the 9.9, Carly gets the 9.925. Just talk to me about the environment on floor and how much fun you guys were having.
It was awesome. I mean, just going from event to event tonight, we really kept building the energy, and the environment was great out there. We were all just having fun, and honestly, we do our best when we're just relaxing, having fun, doing what we do every day in practice. So it was really cool to see the floor team just continue to build from person to person, and it was fun to be a part of that.
How does the meaningfulness kind of carry over, especially on an event like this with the ribbons and the my cause? How do the higher scores kind of mean more when it's an event like this?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Go ahead, Mom.
I think it means a lot for all of us to be representing different people in our lives, and just to wear that in our hair and have that kind of like weight on us, and then to go out there and hit our gymnastics like we always do, and to have such a good meet, it definitely means more than normal.
Yeah, I love the My Cause meet because it's not just focused on one thing. All of those girls have people that know people or are very close to somebody that's had cancer or has died of cancer or is going through this whole issue with some kind of ailment. And I love that we kind of have a broad thing that way, and we can do a meet kind of to everybody that we love. So I think I think it was a great meet that they started a couple of years ago.
And then specifically Morgan, I know that she on social media was saying how her mom was battling all these cancers. How did she feel after getting that vault score high at the very start of the meet?
You know what, that's not really an unusual thing for Morgan to get the vault high. She does it most every meet, it seems like. It's like her on floor or Carly. She's just so insanely good at knowing where she's at on that vault. She's just mastered it. And Morgan, I know how much it means to her because last year we weren't sure if her mom was going to make it, and it's just a blessing to be able to have her out in the audience another time and another time, and that's what she's going through, and her mother. So there's just so many things going on out there emotionally and with that young lady, but she is a rock. She is just so good.
And then where's the room for improvement? You guys prepare for Denver and Utah State?
There's a lot of room for improvement. You got to remember that we still didn't have Hannah Nip on bars, even though Molly stepped in like there was seamlessly. And I want to say something too, because this was this kid's first bar routine ever in college. She's a senior, and she's been practicing it every year and just getting a little bit better and a little bit better every year. But she's been amazing all year long, and it was so much fun to put her in there. So I just want to say that real quick. She deserves a lot of props for that, because Hannah wasn't quite ready, but she'll be ready. But now Molly and Caitlin and those girls that are really pushing for that bar lineup, everybody knows she can go 9.8 anytime, 9.8 or better anytime, so can Kate. And they're all working hard in there every day for every little thing. And that internal competition within our team, that's going to make us better throughout the year, for sure.
How did that feel, Molly, being on the bars tonight?
It felt really good. It's something that I've never stopped working as I've been here, and so just getting the opportunity to go and show what I've been working so hard for was really cool.
And a lot of kids in that situation will they'll hold up just a little bit, trying not to fall. And to see Molly just attack it, that was fun.
Scotty, can you talk about what the process was this week, trying to translate what you guys did on the road last week in Logan to bringing that home tonight, which it seems like you guys did a good job of?
You know what? I loved what we did tonight, because last week a lot of weird stuff could have happened last week because of Hannah Nip and all of this stuff. And we knew we were in a blizzard coming home. There was a lot of things going on up in Logan, but at the same time, that team just stayed focused, absolutely was businesslike about what they were doing, and that was what we wanted to recreate in our meet here, because in front of our crowds and in front of, just the best crowd in the country, our girls it seems like they try just a little bit harder to do well, so that can translate into worse gymnastics actually. And they stayed calm, they did their jobs, they looked great out there, but we definitely have room to grow. And Molly, just for an example, we put in Carly's full in tonight, and Molly had warmed up her cause half, which she's been practicing for 4 years as well, but she's never competed it, and she warmed it up great. Caitlin Coe, if everybody hits their vaults and we're not counting a 9-6 score, we put Molly in and say do the half, and we're great. But Kate kind of struggled a little bit on hers, and Molly knew right then. Molly knew. I'm like, we're just going with the cause, man. We're just she knew it. I love that about her. She's just such a great competitor. It's not about her. They all do this though. They take a very altruistic approach to everything, and they want the team to do good. And Molly was more than willing to take that out. But Molly can also do a triple full on floor in her second pass with ease. It's probably one of the best triple fulls I've ever seen. And we're just slowly putting these in throughout the season, but we're doing it in a safe way. We're doing it in a very safe, competitive way too, because if somebody would have fallen on floor tonight, Carly would have taken out that full in and put in a double pike like she does every meet. There was a plan for everything. If this happens, then this is what we do. If this happens, then this is what we do. And we have had to learn to do that as a staff and as a team throughout this whole preseason, because it's just been so wacky.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you, Scotty.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Molly.
Thank you.